Hello and welcome to The Recipe, brought to you by Filippo Berio. I'm your host, Theo Randall, chef patron at Theo Randall Cucina Italiana. Today I'm joined by a chef whose cooking is shaped by a deep respect for tradition. Born in a rural village in southern Vietnam and raised in the UK, she's become one of the leading voices in Vietnamese cuisine. Please welcome the brilliant Thuy Pham. Thuy, it's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
And this show is all about recipes with meaning, or tell a story. What are you going to cook for us today?
Absolutely. So today I'm making Bun Ga Hue.
Say that again.
Bun Ga Hue. So noodles, chicken from Hue. This is from our national dish, which is pho, which traditionally is made from beef.
Can you say that again? Because I always get it wrong. I always call it a pho. How do you pronounce it?
Right. So it's not a frustration, but I think it's about time we should say it right.
Yes.
Right? So say it to me like you're asking me a question. So
Pho.
Pho.
Pho?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So you know Vietnamese is tonal, which means one word has 6 meanings, saying it with 6 different tones.
Okay.
But I think with pho, you have to say it like you're asking me something.
Okay.
And it's amazing to hear when someone gets it right. It's such a moment.
So few people do.
Do you know what? It just means I still have a job. So this dish is our national dish of Vietnam. Traditionally, it's made using beef, but today we're doing a chicken version. And I've put a twist on it with a favorite dish that I have that is from the Midlands of Vietnam. Why not? I think running my own restaurant, it was very hard because I started off with dishes that I knew that people would love. And of course, I started off with my mum's recipes.
Yeah.
But not everyone liked it. And you can understand why. So for example, if you go to Vietnam, what they love is what they've grown up with, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
What's authentic to me isn't authentic to someone up north. So up north, if you're familiar with Vietnam, up north, the food is slightly more saltier. The weather is colder. It gets to about 14 degrees. You go to the Midlands and they're show-offs. They love their chilies. So their noodles have so much spice. But unless you're sweating and breathing that's not good. You go to the south, we're show-offs too. But we have more herbs. Our temperature allows us to grow herbs in abundance. Everything has to be fresh. So then that's how we showcase our food. You could get in Vietnam a dish with the same name, cooked differently and look different with the same name.
So it's a bit like the language.
Yes. We're not lazy.
No.
But it's just, So I'd like to think authenticity almost to me means what's authentic to that region and what produce is available.
So your restaurant, did you do this dish in the restaurant? Did you have to change it to the British palate? I mean, the British palate...
Do you know what? I didn't at the beginning,
Okay.
Theo. At the beginning, it was strictly my mum's recipes because I love it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it? If I love it,
Yeah,
it
of
must
course.
be perfect. And then I realized from feedback that if you're from north of Vietnam, this is too sweet for you. If you're from the south, they're like, oh, actually, we think it's perfect. If you're from the Midlands, you're like, oh, she hasn't got enough chilies.
Right.
What do? It's not right.
Yeah, of course. But
No, I realized later on you can't, right?
That's the thing about cooking, though. I mean, it's making people happy.
Yeah.
And I think, if you talk about this different regional cuisine of Vietnam, it must be difficult to get that across in the UK.
Absolutely. And I think it's underrated that the chefs need to be happy in order to create food that is great. I don't think my job is to repeat my grandma's recipe or just keep cooking my mum's because I love it.
Yeah.
My job is to explore, to elevate and to really choose the ingredients I know works and really understand it enough to create something new. Traditional things start from somewhere, right?
So how is this different? You say the traditional version is beef. What sort of cut of beef would you use?
So brisket, you've got shin, all the cuts that actually we don't celebrate here.
Yeah.
And then on top you have steak. But all this is done with so much love and care that it takes minimum of 8 hours to make.
Yes.
I don't think we have time. I mean, since having my son, I don't have 8 hours.
So traditionally it would be made... would be put, the broth would be made first thing in the morning and then it would be cooked all day and someone would be skimming the stock to make sure it's a clear stock.
Absolutely.
And
clarity is key.
And that becomes part of the kind of almost like a ritual.
100%.
Yeah.
I think if you know Asians well, especially mums,
Yes.
they don't do hugs. They don't do kisses.
They give you bowls of soup.
They don't do cards or Easter eggs. But they will stand for 15 hours to create a bowl of noodles for you.
Yeah. Amazing.
And that's when you truly know you're loved, because it starts here and then it goes down to your tummy and it feels really good. Maybe I'm used to that. A hug once in a while, fine. But if you can't cook, not the same, is it? I think a good Vietnamese dish means you're trying to keep the flavours for each of your elements, put it together, and clarity, of course, you know that's a skill.
Yeah.
I mean, in French cuisine, we use eggs and we try to make it clear, but actually, eggs were really expensive in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Even if we had chickens, we would never use it for the purpose of clearing stock. Instead, I think we use patience.
Well, I think that patience is needed, so I think we better start cooking now.
Okay.
So you're saying that we should normally start off with cold water?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So the whole idea of making the broth clear is using the fire to push up the impurities.
Yes.
And to do that slowly, it's going to go up slowly, right?
Yeah,
Rather than if you do it really harsh.
Yeah.
Or if you have it hot, you put it in, you're cooking the chicken immediately.
Exactly. So clarity is incredibly important.
More important than money.
Is that because the fat's not dispersed within so it's just the flavour of the
Absolutely.
chicken, not the fat?
And to keep it moist.
Okay.
To keep it moist, having it low heat.
Yes.
Actually, at the same time, these ingredients here, you can pop them in that hot heat.
Yeah.
But it's not going to do anything.
Okay.
You need the heat to slowly extract and take it out. So what we're doing here today is really traditional, which means I'm going to char everything first.
Okay.
So by charring, I'm coating a layer.
Yeah.
And then not completely cooking things, but giving it another layer, another flavour.
Right.
When I get it into here at low heat, it's going to take both flavours out.
So when you say you're going to char it, you're actually going to get colour on.
I'm going to burn it.
You're going to burn it.
Yeah, this is the good stuff.
The chicken, shall I put the chicken in now?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll put the
Nice and gentle.
beautiful chicken. Lovely.
It is, isn't it?
Lovely fresh chicken.
And so I use corn-fed. So I don't like to use colouring or things like that or anything artificial for my cooking, because I believe we don't have to. When we do, sure, fair enough, but we don't actually have to. So we're going to start off with high heat because we're pushing impurities.
Okay,
right?
So that's turned up.
But you need to keep your eye on that. Do not leave. Okay, perfect.
Yes, chef.
So here,
Yeah.
we're going to add a little oil.
Skillet?
Often,
Cast iron skillet?
Yep,
Best.
absolutely.
Yep.
Actually, traditionally, it should be on fire.
Yes, of course.
Right, real burn, but we're going to be safe.
Yeah.
So we're going to put a little bit of oil.
Enough?
Plenty.
So we're already getting the bits
Yes.
off the chicken.
Right.
So
This is a special one.
okay.
So if you look at the holes,
Oh my God.
almost non-existent.
So fine.
But this, effortless.
Yeah. So where would you buy one of
going.
these?
In an Asian store.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just
Hunt down for it, it's worth it. Because with the other one, you do it and it falls through. And
course
it
it
almost
does, yeah.
seems pointless,
Yeah.
right?
so this really gets rid of everything.
There you go.
Amazing. I need one of these. Is this what your grandmother would use?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? She doesn't have many things in her kitchen. Probably one pan, one pot.
Yeah.
But everything has a purpose and everything is great.
Yeah. It's well
And
used.
it makes us think we have tons of everything.
Yeah.
Which one is actually worth keeping, you know?
So the onions are cooking, so you're going to caramelize. The ginger is caramelizing as well.
Yep.
So that's just going to give it a depth of flavour that's almost like roasted, I guess.
Yeah. But the beauty is later when you eat the broth, you can taste the spice of the ginger, ever so subtle, but the sweetness of the onion.
Do you think we underestimate Vietnamese foods in the UK? Because
I think so.
you know, you've been talking about it with such passion and love, and you know, everyone just assumes that it's a broth and noodles and lots of fresh vegetables, but it's a lot more to it than that, isn't there? I mean, there's obviously regions.
Someone said to me once, so your food, it's like noodles and soup. Is that it?
Yeah.
I was a little bit upset.
Yeah, I bet you were, and quite
because
rightly so.
I wish I can sit them down and feed the whole menu that I grew up with, you know? But I think what they don't realise is we're farmers.
Yes.
We don't have protein. It's a luxury to have protein. So we'll have protein at New Year's where we eat pork because we believe that that's good luck. Or we'll have when it's a wedding or something like that. But every day, you don't have a steak. We don't have meat. So what do?
But you do
bones.
Oh, you have bones.
Bones.
Oh, so you'd make a broth with bones.
Absolutely. So that's nutritious.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Have the bones and stock. So when your things when your ingredients are not luxurious, you make the best out of it, so you try and extract everything.
And everyone's now talking about, these bone broths being incredibly good for you.
Collagen, chef, it will keep your wrinkles away. I don't know if it's true, but you can try some.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is true. I think everyone's sort of mad about it, but that's something that you've sort of grown up with. It's something that just you must laugh at these things. Thinking, I've known about that for years.
Yeah.
So you grew up in rural Vietnam.
Yes.
What was that like growing up? I mean, you say you were a farmer. You left at the age of 7.
7.5.
7.5.
Uh-huh.
Was it quite difficult to leave?
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to be honest, no. I was very excited to eat tin food.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my mum said, you went around school telling everyone, you're going to go to London, you're going to eat food from a tin.
Yeah.
So excited.
Oh, really?
I loved growing up on the farm. I never knew how poor I was.
Yeah.
We were very poor. We're rice farmers, which means we only eat broken rice.
Yes.
Because the good rice you sell.
Yeah,
and the big prawns that Grandpa would go to the market. So we only ever had tiny, tiny prawns.
Yeah.
But the beauty is when my grandma looked at the ingredients, never once have I felt her thinking, my prawns are small. What she's actually thinking is, how many meals can I make from this? What should I do to make them taste so amazing?
Yeah.
Then she'll lap up the herbs or the noodles and all things that you touch, feel and see and taste good. You wouldn't even think about the prawns on your meal,
Yeah.
And that was the beauty. And I grew up thinking I had the best life. And when I was hungry, Theo, I would walk to my great-grandma's house. Along the way, there were so many fruit trees that it's impossible not to...
Just growing wild.
It's free. We don't have a supermarket. But if you want a fruit, just walk.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But I always say that frugal food is always the best food.
And I think when you're grateful, it's slightly different, isn't it?
Exactly.
So actually, when it's New Year's, we eat this dish called Thuy Pham, which is slow braised belly pork with egg in coconut water with a bit of garlic, a bit of chili. Ever so simple. But that coconut water makes a huge difference when you're braising meat. Now, we tenderize meat using either coconut water or shallots.
So the acidity from the coconut tenderizes the meat. Okay.
Oh my goodness, it's not a secret, but it is. And when something is sweet naturally, through low heat, it intensifies.
Amazing.
That's how you want to cook meat. So when the meat melts in your mouth and it's New Year's, it's a special dish.
Yeah, you really feel it.
Right?
Yeah.
But when you get something all year round and you can just go to the shops and get it, I think you lose that.
You do. You lose. I think the fact it's like seasonal food. When things come into season, you're so excited about something.
Eating seasonal, I love.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's when you get to enjoy that ingredients at its peak.
Yeah.
And why not? But I think, for example, down south, most of our recipes have lots of coconut and pineapple because we grow it. Why not?
Yeah.
So there's our national dish, basically the beef version of this. Now, if you go up north, they serve it with noodles, meat, and just spring onions.
And so the broth is always poured on at the end, and the broth is... So you've got these incredible herbs here, which you can
show
buy.
off southern style.
Yeah, you can buy these herbs quite easily now.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the key. It's about getting the ingredients, having the right ingredients.
Yep.
And I think, we're quite lucky now. We've got lots of fantastic Asian supermarkets around selling these wonderful ingredients. And so you can actually cook an authentic version of this
100.
Reasonably easily, as
100.
long as you've got a very good skimmer, a very good chicken, and a lot of patience.
Chef, I'm going to get you to tie this.
Tie what?
Tie the lemongrass.
Oh, well, you're going to take it out?
Yep. You ready?
Okay. Pop it on my board.
Nice proper knot.
Yeah.
Can you smell that?
I can smell it, yeah. I can
Isn't
really
it?
I think I'm going to smell a bit later.
It's hard not to want to use ingredients that are fresh.
Yeah.
Aromatics are so key to making a broth.
Could you do like a kind of vegetable version of this with a broth?
Oh, 100%.
So you can make a nice vegetable broth and do the same thing.
It's a bit of an effort to find the ingredients that will kick, like vegetables that will kick. But don't forget, these are all vegan, these spices.
Yes, of course.
So I love tofu. Do you eat tofu?
I do enjoy tofu, yeah. I do like it.
There you go.
Okay.
So now you're going to watch that turn in colour.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep skimming.
Yes,
I can
please.
see a little bit of fat coming off the
I
chicken.
need more juice out from these.
So what do you want me to do with these?
Bash them, chef.
Bash them with a rolling pin?
Are you angry at anyone?
Never.
Oh, come on.
Never.
That's obviously a lie. Come on, you can take it out on the ginger.
So this is going to just basically break up all the fibres and just release a lot of flavour.
Exactly. If this was a 7-hour broth, I wouldn't even
You wouldn't bother. Yeah,
Absolutely.
So we're just sort of doing this to intensify the flavours?
Yes.
Okay. Does this go in there now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Wonderful.
Second, I need these to be halved. Can you see all the profiles?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Chef, you can't throw it in, Chef.
I can't throw in?
No, clarity. Gently put it in.
Gently put it in, okay. Sorry,
You
Chef.
need to love the broth.
Yeah, okay, I'm loving the
For
broth.
now, this is your baby.
Okay, you're giving me so many jobs to do, so I'm just trying to keep up. When you were growing up, when you came to the UK, your father insisted on speaking Vietnamese and eating Vietnamese.
How did you know? You read my book?
Yes.
Right. So basically, I couldn't speak a word of English.
Really?
I needed to the toilet, and I remember just pointing because I didn't know what to say to the teacher, but my Vietnamese was great.
So you went to school in the UK without speaking a word of English?
Nope.
That must have been really frightening.
It was hard.
Yeah.
But my son now, he's 4, and he went to school, and a week later, he's like reading, you know?
Yeah.
But that was really hard for me. And I used to be angry at my dad. I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Am I not in London so that my English should get better and be
But did he speak English?
Yeah, he did. So he was here 5 years before.
Okay.
So he went to college and he worked here. But he knew that when I grew up, I would appreciate really knowing my roots and my heritage through understanding people. To say I love you in Vietnamese completely feels different than saying I love you in English.
Yeah.
And I get that now because my mum says it to Jake and then Jake understands and he reacts.
What's it? Say it in Vietnamese.
It depends to who, but you can say Tôi yêu anh, which is I love you.
Yeah.
But in English, it seems more, there's no you.
Yeah.
So you would never say you. So I love you, brother. I love you, sister. I love you, mum. And it just means completely, it hits different. But either way, I was angry because I didn't speak English yet. My Vietnamese was perfect. But as I got older, the only thing that I have that I think reminds me of my heritage is the food that I cook.
Yeah.
And I speak and read so that when I go to Vietnam, I need 1 week, just 1 week until this tan gets on.
Yeah.
And I'm Vietnamese for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you find your accent changes?
I can do both. I could, because my dad is, they're more like the Queen's English.
Okay.
My mum is like, I don't know, Romy?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're from the farm, so they're a bit nasal. It's a bit squeakier. It's very endearing. But I can do both. But I think to be able to understand, it's great. And thanks to my dad for doing that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to push it through to my son as well.
Oh, lovely.
But I think my goal now is to do all that through food. Theo, I wrote my book at the beginning. It was to try and get Vietnamese food on the map.
Yes.
But a few years later, I thought, actually, no. I'm actually writing these recipes for the next generation.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true, but maybe I'm the last generation that wants to do this like this.
People are so interested in cooking. And you've written 3 cookbooks.
Yeah.
To actually understand. I mean, you say your mother was the greatest teacher.
Oh, she's amazing and doesn't know it. And I think that's really nice.
But I think you passing this recipe on to everyone listening to this podcast is inspiring. And, you know, even though there's a lot of process in it and it takes time and you want to cook in a specific way, which I totally understand, that is inspiring.
I don't think I have a choice, Theo.
No, but you're doing things in a certain way. You're doing But you're doing things in a certain way. I can imagine your mother telling you, no, you don't do it like that.
Do you know what's nice? So when growing up, like Asians don't, especially Asian mums, they don't teach you the way that you do at school where you pay and then they teach you properly.
Yeah.
They're like, do this. Why, mum? Because
you do it. Yeah.
But now understanding the science behind it,
yes,
it makes everything make sense. And why everything takes a bit longer, it all makes sense. This is quite heavy, huh?
But it is heavy and hot. It's gentle cooking, even though you're like doing the spices and you're toasting them all off. Yeah. It's very gentle. It feels very kind of...
it should be calming.
Almost zen-like in the sense that it's kind of, we're just sort of letting things just tick over rather than...
Absolutely. There's no rush.
Fast cooking. There's no rush, exactly, which I kind of love.
I said this to someone earlier, that when you cook and you take this long and this much effort, the idea is to know what the end goal is.
Yes.
And my end goal is maybe my son sitting here slurping noodles. Yeah. Because in our culture, if you slurp, it means the noodles is great.
Yeah.
There's a misconception that this is awfully hard.
Yes.
I mean, it's been the inspiration to why I'm writing One Pan Vietnam or Vietnamese Made Easy. But actually, you can see what I'm doing here. Even when I'm talking to you, I'm constantly...
You're looking... No, yes. I'm conscious of making sure I don't muck it up. Yeah.
This is the key here.
Yeah, this is great.
So this is our sugar. Right, yeah. So pineapple goes in.
It goes in here?
Yes.
In any particular area?
Anywhere where it would cook.
Yeah.
Now, so we write recipes. Now, in my opinion, recipes should be a guide.
Yes.
Right? So today's pineapple, not very sweet, then I'm going to add more sugar than the recipe says so. But constantly
a very
tasting.
sweet pineapple, you wouldn't add the sugar?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. And often you, for something like this, you mentally prepare before you even cook it. So I would pre-buy the pineapple, make sure it would sit for at least 3 days before I even start cooking this dish. And you do that naturally because you already know your cuisine. It needs that. But no problem. If you can't find it and you're in a rush, you have sugar.
Okay.
And I think using rock sugar, it's a lot cleaner, it's smoother, so it doesn't feel like you're chucking your dessert into your chicken savoury.
I think there's a sort of misunderstanding of Vietnamese. People know more about, I think, Thai food.
Yeah, and Thai food is great.
Yeah, Thai food is wonderful.
And I think what's the beauty is... I want not one day, it's already happening. I think Vietnamese food has gone a lot further than it has and it was 10 years ago when I started my restaurant. But there are ingredients that Thai, Malaysians, Vietnamese, Cambodia, we all use.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's how you use it that makes the cuisine different. I think with Vietnamese, what people need to know is that it's genuinely clean and clear. We're not pretending to be healthy.
No.
And I don't think...
you are. I mean, the thing is, it is, everyone talks about Vietnamese food as being healthy food.
But I still don't want them to eat it just in January.
Yes, no, exactly.
I want them to eat it all year round.
Have I skimmed? Oh, no, hang on a minute. Let me just skim that bit there.
I was going to say...
Yeah. Sorry, chef.
I was worried you might cry, so I didn't. But...
So speaking of being a chef, so you are now... a consultant for Baxter Storey.
Yes.
How does that work?
I love it. I love it because I get to go in and tell all the... can I say white guy?
Yeah. Feel free. You do what you want.
I can tell all the Theos off. No, I think it's great because they are chefs already.
Yes.
They already want to cook.
Yeah.
I think knowledge is power.
Yes.
I think once you give chefs the tools and the knowledge, it's their job to be creative.
And you're authentic, so they're going to listen to you.
Yeah,
of course.
I do things where I know they're rolling their eyes at me, but I'm like, you're going to appreciate this.
I can't imagine you being that worried about it. Thuy, this smells absolutely incredible.
Doesn't it?
You know what this actually reminds me of? It reminds me of pot au feu.
Absolutely. That's where it originates.
Is that where it came from, originally?
Absolutely.
Because this is exactly what you would get. I mean, obviously, you would have different aromatics and everything, but it is just like that.
Look how golden that is.
Yeah.
That's from the fat of the skin. I think some fats are good. Like,
no.
Take out the fat.
So just take this out, and we're going to drain any juice off, and then I'm going to cut the breasts.
So we just want the breasts.
What are you going to do with the legs?
The legs will make a salad tomorrow. So we have a Vietnamese salad where we use leftover chicken.
Yeah,
which is so good.
Tell me about the chicken salad. How
the chicken salad is called Goi.
Yeah.
It's literally cabbage.
Yeah.
So the cheapest cabbage you can find.
Yeah.
But the most amazing fish sauce recipe in my book, and you mix it with the cabbage and the chicken. And what's good is it's not your average chicken. It's
a beautifully poached chicken.
Right.
So it's just chicken leg broken up with cabbage and fish sauce.
Yes, absolutely. But not just that. You want the thighs. I don't know about your opinion, but I love brown meat when it comes to chicken.
It's the best part of the chicken.
Breast isn't my favourite, but it is beautiful to plate.
Yeah.
It's not going to go to waste, but I would choose the leg any day. And thighs.
So I'm going to cut these breasts off.
Yes, please. I'm going to go on to the herbs. So I think with every single dish, almost the majority of the dishes that we know are influenced by the French. They colonized us for nearly 100 years.
Yeah.
1858, they came to Vietnam. They didn't leave until 1945, 44, actually.
Mm-hmm.
We had a year gap until the Americans came. We had a year breather, woohoo! But I think our food, politics aside, I think it did great for our cuisine. Braising we never did before.
Right, okay.
Pho never existed.
Yeah.
As a country, we didn't eat beef. They were our workers. We're farmers, the cows worked for us. Out of respect, we don't eat them. The French came over and they're like, hey, we need beef.
Use these.
We need beef. So we created pho for them.
Wow.
And then we loved it so much, it's now ours. You know, the braising, the slow cooked.
So what other dishes?
Even our stew, our Vietnamese stew, it has potatoes and carrots in it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I've
so
had
when
it.
I make it, I say it's Vietnamese. They're like, potatoes? Yes. It's literally potatoes, carrots, and beef.
It looks like French food.
Yeah, it looks it, but actually the ingredients inside is coconut water, and that's our main ingredients: shallots, lemongrass, chili, garlic, all these ingredients that you would find in a Vietnamese larder. But it looks French to me. I think my grandma and my mum would never admit that our favourite dishes are actually French or inspired by French. But I think it's great.
One of the best baguettes I've ever had was in Hanoi.
Oh.
And the croissant there was absolutely incredible.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so they left some pretty good things, the French.
Yes, they did.
Right, so what's going to go now? So we've got the chicken's cut.
Yep.
The broth smells amazing.
Yep.
We've got all these incredible herbs,
Yep.
greens. So what are we going to do now?
So we are going to make a bowl for you to try.
Okay.
We are done.
Yeah.
So that's it. And actually, this is a very small pot.
Okay.
My pot is, I have a 50-litre one where I need a chair to climb on. But I normally do about a 20-litre.
Okay.
Freeze it.
Right, of course.
There's nothing wrong with freezing that.
And would you use a boiling chicken ever? Like a tough chicken?
So traditionally in Vietnam, I think this is the right name for it. We call it old chicken.
Old chicken, yeah.
Where it's just to make stock.
Yeah.
It's literally, it's so chewy.
It's so chewy, but it's got so much flavour, yeah.
We love that texture, yes, we do. So for example, if you go to a restaurant in Vietnam, often one restaurant would be serving one dish. They'll be cooking one dish for 50 years.
Yeah.
So they nail it every single time.
So people go there for that one dish. They know that restaurant's good.
And I think sometimes my job here, I have to create a few dishes for service. And I'm like, we only need one and nail it, you know? But yes, so that when you're making high volume, that's wonderful. And actually all the grandmas in Vietnam still use them and they eat them too, because we like that chewy texture. So the broth is incomplete without the sour note, the spicy note. Do you know what this is, Theo? So I once thought I was really funny.
Spinach?
So I did a speech. Yeah, that's the proper way. So I did a speech and I was describing a dish and I was super passionate about this dish. And I said, on top of it, my favourite thing of this dish is the morning glory.
Ah.
Right, so...
Not a good thing to say.
Well, now I know.
Now you know what it is.
Now I know what it is. But this is morning glory. And this is specifically...
Oh, it's morning glory, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I love morning glory. Yeah.
But I think the proper name for it that we made up is water spinach.
Yeah.
Vietnamese spinach.
You said water spinach earlier on, so that's water spinach.
Yeah. So next we're going to put the chili oil in.
So what's this?
So this is made from lemongrass.
Okay.
Crispy chilies,
Yeah.
lemongrass, garlic, shallots, all fried up, fish sauce.
Okay, so you fried the chili, you fried the shallots, you fried crushed up lemongrass.
Nice
to get
and low.
Low heat to get a bit of, I guess, caramelization.
Yep.
And then you added...
Annatto. Annatto seed with vegetable oil.
Annatto?
Uh-huh.
What is annatto?
Annatto. Little red seeds that gives out a natural red colour like this.
And then what oil did you use?
This is veg oil.
Vegetable.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's going to go in there?
Light. Yes. So this makes it Huế. Without this, it's just a pho. With this, it's Bun Ga Hue. So Hue is the Midlands where they eat lots of spice. So this is their signature. So their dish would come with this.
So I love this. So we spent hours and hours and hours skimming this stock.
Yeah.
And then we've got the fat from the chicken, which is sitting on top. And then you're going to add a whole load more fat.
That currently only has a sour note.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So right now, tell me, if you try this, so the notes here should be lemongrass, pineapple, chicken, and star anise and cinnamon. So you have warmth, but you have zero heat.
Yeah.
If a Vietnamese dish has one element missing from the 5, it's not complete. You ready?
I'm ready.
And don't forget, this is all natural.
Yeah,
These are all ingredients that you already have in here with a kick. So this is why you should never mess with a Vietnamese lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she brings out this jar of chili and you're...
Oh, so you're just pouring it in. You're not even, it's just going on the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's these little things that you do that make all the difference.
But never do this early. You do this early, you lose all the flavours from this.
Yeah.
So this, I would make a good litre every single time.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so we're ready. So we're going to bring the heat high.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, then we're going to plate it. Good amount of noodles.
Yeah.
Don't put too much because you'll cool down the heat too much. Have seconds.
Yeah, of course.
Always have seconds. It makes the cook very happy.
So you just blanch those in boiling water?
Boiling water.
Yeah.
On packaging, roughly about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes less. But I always go with tasting. Like pasta, you don't want it soggy.
No, sure. You want a little
It depends
bite.
on the heat and your pot. Yeah. Induction is completely different to gas. So just judge. But you want it a bit bouncy. Right, chef? Ready for your chicken?
Just there in the middle?
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do one. You should do another one, okay? So you don't want
I want you to do it all because I want to make it taste.
Are you scared?
Exactly right. No, I'm not scared.
You just don't want to get told off.
No. I don't mind being told off. I just want to make sure it tastes exactly how it should be. Look at that.
Yeah. I know it looks fierce. It's hot.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Well, it's boiling. I mean, it's absolutely boiling away.
But you'll see the noodles will be perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm salivating. Look at it. Amazing.
And I think it's even better because you've made it with me. You've made it with me.
I know how to make it now.
You know what's gone into it.
Yeah.
Now, so we're going to freshen things up a little. So this is the stalk of the spinach. We're going to call it spinach.
Yeah.
So this I do when I'm watching TV or something really good on Netflix the night before so that you can have it for the next day without the effort.
And then that's the morning glory.
And that's the morning glory.
A few chives.
Everything else here is to taste. So this would sit in the centre of the table.
Yes, I've had that before.
And then when you eat, you pluck and you eat.
So
if you put everything in now, it will be too cold.
So it has to be fresh. You have the fresh taste of basil.
Believe it or not, if you go to Vietnam, they'll give you that much and somehow it disappears.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because it works. You feel like almost you need it.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty. So we have this for breakfast, by the way.
Yeah.
So pho we would have for breakfast. And the first time I took my husband, he's like, it's crazy. You guys are tiny.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Breakfast is so big. But actually, back in the days, that's your main meal of the day before you go to the farm.
Oh, I see.
If you think about it, you're in 45 degrees heat and you're working. You need all your proteins right in the morning. You need all your carbs.
This is looking absolutely amazing. I can't wait any longer. Can we go and eat it?
Let's go.
Thuy, this looks and smells amazing. Should I squeeze the lime juice on top?
Absolutely. I would go half.
Okay.
And then taste and go further. Okay. But I think with a bowl like this, go all out.
Now you
can trust me.
You mentioned something about chopstick etiquette.
Yes.
How should you hold chopsticks?
Right. So I think the key thing we need to remember is when we have, I hold it like this. Yeah. And actually I've seen it done like that. There's no point.
It's like holding a knife and
grip.
Fork. Yeah.
So if you use your middle finger, which is I see as the toughest, strongest finger.
Okay.
You are gripping solidly, a bit lower. Yeah.
This one?
Get the top one on your middle finger.
Like that?
Yeah. And let it sit on the second finger.
Ah.
Got it?
Yeah,
Doesn't it feel safe?
God, it feels completely different.
It feels like you can break meat, which we do.
Yeah.
We use it for our hair.
Yeah.
Break meat, eat noodles, so we can even eat rice with it. We don't eat one grain at a time.
I could chop anything with this.
Yeah, right? And I think once that's safe, the slurping, you can wear a white shirt and it's fine, you know?
So I need a slurp to make you happy.
Absolutely. The louder, the better. Don't choke, okay? That's not the same.
Oh my God, that chicken is incredible.
And I think the key is to get the noodles in and the broth. How's the broth?
The broth is incredible. Oh my God, chili.
I said no choking, Theo.
No, I'm not choking. I'm quietly burning, but it's absolutely amazing. God, it's so delicious.
How are the noodles?
And the noodles are incredible.
Al dente, right?
Yeah, really al dente. And I love these sort of greens that just sort of...
And they make it. And as you can see, the amount we have there, it's not enough. So we always have a big plate of herbs here and you add as you go along.
The chili's hot, but it's not like kind of too hot.
No, it acts like it does like you. It doesn't act like it hates you.
That chicken, my God, it's so tender.
I think sometimes when I tell people 55 minutes, they think I'm crazy. But I'm like, trust the process. I think you just have to make sure.
How's my slurping? Is it loud enough?
Go. Your wife is going to kick you out.
That is my... That's me saying to you, it is absolutely incredible.
You are so welcome.
No, I think we've got some wine here. Would you serve wine with this normally?
100%.
Yeah.
At the restaurant, we wanted to introduce wine with our food because I think the misconception is if you've been to Vietnam, you think that everything should be on a plastic chair and a plastic table and a beer. Great. And the reason we drink it with beer is because it's light.
Yes.
So it's almost palate cleansing for the spice and the heat. I think white wine goes great with this one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is such a treat. Thank you so much. Now, does this taste to you like home? Does this taste like something that your mother would make you?
So if I tell you this story, I'll make it really brief and quick. But on my birthday, my mum would pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm making some beef noodles. Come home if you want. Right? And you're like, you could just say you love me and it's my birthday. But this dish, the beef version, takes 13 hours to make, Theo. So she does.
So she does love you.
Yeah. And I get it every single year on my birthday. So I think if I like you, I would invite you to my house and this is the dish you're making, the beef version. The chicken one only takes 55 minutes.
It's her way of saying I love you.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think if you're eating this and you enjoy it, that's how Vietnamese people show
I don't see how you couldn't enjoy it. It's just incredible. But
you're going to feel good after as well. You're
feel good already.
Full, but you feel good.
But what about it? What's amazing is that the flavour, there's so much flavour in there. That pineapple has made such a difference. And then that oil at the end has just kind of given it this sort of another lease of life. It's another level of flavour.
I think do look for a fatty chicken.
Yeah.
Not all fat is bad for you.
No.
I think I grew up with my grandma always having a jar of pork fat. She renders and it's always there.
Yeah.
And when she looks at something and it's not glistening, it's not right. She'll just go...
Spoonful of pork fat.
Yeah.
And it will just give it that
Yeah,
flavour.
well, you can just use chicken fat for this. But I think some fat is good. Just burn it off by talking loaves.
So I've got a question for you from one of our listeners, and it's from Bonnie's Fizz. And she says, what's the most underrated ingredient in your kitchen?
Oh, I have two. So as a Westerner, I always have a pineapple in my house. So when it's raw, you can...
So you buy them green deliberately?
Yeah, I do, because I get more time out of it. But when it's raw, I like eating sour food. Now, in Vietnam, it's often where you have green mangoes, where it's really sour, and you dip it in this chili salt. That is wonderful. So if I'm craving that, I'll have it raw. But if I leave it until it's 3 to 4 days, it's great.
Yeah.
You can make broths and soups. And I think some of us, we love that sweet and sour chicken that we have on a Friday night.
Yeah.
Actually, why don't you try a ripe pineapple stir fry with some cucumber and chicken, or seafood? That's a traditional Vietnamese sweet and sour stir fry. It doesn't look gooey, it's not red, but you get all the hit and the flavour profile from a sweet and sour.
Amazing.
So, but the Vietnamese one is shrimp paste.
So
you know what that is?
There's very little you want to give.
Shrimp paste is for the brave. I haven't really taken that out yet, but it's the next level of fish sauce.
So
underrated.
So underrated.
Sure.
Underrated,
100.
yeah.
I think it's so punchy that people are afraid. And I think as soon as you take that fear factor away from ingredients, you're able to explore and really use it. And shrimp paste is the most umami thing you can add to anything.
It's a bit like the fish sauce. I mean, when you add the fish sauce,
it's stronger.
Yeah, it's flavour.
Yeah.
Thuy, I've absolutely loved this, and I've learned so much. I mean, your passion for Vietnamese food is incredible, and I've loved cooking with you. I feel like I know how to do this. I probably won't do it anywhere near as good as you, but I'm definitely going to have a go. I really loved it. Thank you so much for coming on the recipe.
Oh, it's going to make me cry now.
No, you've been amazing. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Recipe with me, Theo Randall. You can find Thuy's full recipe on the Philippe Berrier website at philippeberrier.co.uk/Theo. We can also submit a question to one of our future chefs. Don't forget to subscribe, follow and share the podcast wherever you listen. And join us next time as we uncover more delicious dishes and the stories behind them. Until then, happy cooking.